Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I'm your host, your YouTube Messiah, and often imitated, never duplicated superstar. And of course, the only motherfucker out there that can make a leopard printed salmon hat look sexy as shit, Tim Vicious. And we are talking about Raw this week. It was the Christmas episode of Raw. Now, normally the Christmas episodes normally don't cover, sometimes do, sometimes don't. It depends on if the episode follows in a sense of continuity in a way, if you will. And this one did. It didn't just feel like it was, okay, it's Christmas stuff, so let's slap Christmas shit on everything. But it wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad either, you know? But probably the biggest takeaway from it, hands down, the biggest takeaway was two things, actually. One, Vince McMahon dressing up as Santa Claus had to be hands down my new favorite thing to come out of 2018. Thank you very much for that, Vince. You know? And also, he did announce that they are soon going to be making the women's tag team titles. So, big ups on that. Whether that means that each show is going to get titles, or if the championship can bounce back and forth between shows, I don't know. At this point, everything is just speculation at this point, and personally, I think it would be better if they had it be the titles can switch between shows, because then that gives more of the girls an opportunity to go and make matches, and not only that, have different unique matches. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the tag titles wind up going to two girls on Raw. We'll just say, for the sake of argument, Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke. Now, and they go against two girls that are on SmackDown. You know, never have touched Raw since the brand extensions. You know, there you go, and vice versa. Plus, ain't nothing saying that, you know, they can't dip into the NXT or NXT UK pool. You know, have Deonna Purrazzo and Mia Yim going against them, or have some girls from the NXT UK. You know, Zia Brookside and Jenny even. Again, complete speculation at this point. That's all it is. Hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. That's on true sign on when you know you're a when you watch too much WWE is when you wind up doing that. Anyways, let's get on with the show. It starts off with Elias singing a jolly old Christmas song on how he's going to beat Bobby Lashley in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. And just as I got done defending this episode, saying it didn't feel like they slapped Christmas shit on everything, they start out the show with a Christmas thing. Anyways, it was a half decent match. I dug it, you know. And Lashley, he led at the start, you know, and to be honest, as far as all of their matches have gone, you know, they all had a certain little pace. This one felt a little faster than normal. And I'm not saying that it was like high octane, fast pace, you know, like kind of a match. No, it was more so just like, wow, these guys are moving a little faster than normal. Huh. Probably one of the craziest spots in the match, well, not one of, but hands down, definitely the craziest spot in the match was at one point Bobby Lashley wound up getting out a box, cracked it open, poured it out, and not thumbtacks, not staples, not shreds of barbed wire or razor wire. No, instead, the most dangerous, lethal things you could use in a wrestling match. Legos. That's right. WWE took a page out of Combat Zone Wrestling's book and wound up having Legos involved in a hardcore fight. Maybe this is, you know, again, fan speculation. You can make the jokes now. Oh, WWE's now going to go forth and start experimenting with death matches and hardcore wrestling again because they're using same stuff that Combat Zone does. No, you fuck knuckle. It's Legos. No, anyone that has ever stepped on a Lego or fallen on a Lego, you know, knows firsthand on how painful those fucking things are. I mean, for crying out loud, my 9-year-old son actually plants little carpet bombs with Legos. He makes little carpet bombs so that way when I step on them, he gets a kick out of hearing me scream like a girl over it. But yeah, Lashley poured them out. He was going to go and superplex Elias onto it. Elias countered and instead wound up powerbombing him down onto it. And my back cringed in terror from that. You know, I've been smashed through chairs and tables and trash cans and all, and none of that was comfortable. But falling down and getting slammed into Legos hurts like hell. But yeah, and of course it wouldn't be a Miracle on 34th Street fight without the ever infamous bowling ball spot where, you know, where they threw a bowling ball, where Elias threw the bowling ball into Lashley's gonads. Match wound up coming to an end. Elias opened up a present. It had a giant cello in it. He cracked it over Lashley's back. 1, 2, 3. That was it. After that, he proceeded to then go to Lio Rush, who wound up getting put through a table earlier from Bobby by accident, and then slapped him a little and then poured eggnog on top of him. Yeah. Not on how I'd want to spend Christmas. Moving on, next match we got Bobby Roode and Chad Gable going up against the heck with those who shan't be named, as, you know, the Elite would probably say, but for our sake, we'll say the Revival. You know, I had a nice pace. I dug the hell out of this match, you know, and I'm a tag team guy. I dig the hell out of tag team matches. This was a good tag match, in my opinion. You know, and as much as I jokingly shit about the Revival, they are a half decent team, you know. I will give them that. But this was a good match. I dug the hell out of it. Gable was the team punching bag. Bobby got in a hot tag eventually. He did. He started cleaning up house. Match wound up coming to an end. Dawson and Wilder, they started picking up momentum again. They were getting ready to go for looking like a suplex powerbomb neckbreaker thing. I don't know the exact move it was, but as they were, Roode wound up spearing Wilder out of the ring, and then Chad Gable wound up doing a roll-up on Scott Dawson. On Dawson, and Dash Wilder wound up getting pinned, so he technically wasn't the legal man, which thus gives us a chance to roll into next week, or possibly the Royal Rumble even, saying that they're going to have a match then. Next up, triple threat match, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Finn Balor. Yep. Normally with triple threat matches, you know, and I bring this up every time, and I hate sounding fucking cliche on it, but it's the God's honest truth. Triple threat matches, a lot of times it feels like one guy is kind of left out in the middle and, you know, kind of left out and just put there for the sake of being put there. And, you know, to be honest, it was more so a tie between Dolph and Finn on which one felt like the odd man out. You know, it was hard to tell. And it's not to say that, you know, it felt like it's just Drew is going against them both, you know. I I don't know. Fan perspective, I don't see the reasoning on having, both going after both guys at the same time. Go after one, then another, one after one and another, one and another, one and another, and then have it climax into a triple threat. Personal opinion, but as far as the match goes, McIntyre started fighting them off both right off bat, and then Dolph and Finn started took Drew out for a minute. They had a nice little one-on-one with themselves for a bit. It was good action all around by all the guys. It was a hit, I mean, it wasn't like a 12-star spectacular, but a half-decent match. Match wound up coming to an end. Finn wound up hitting the coup de grace on Ziggler, got the 1-2-3. That was it afterwards. McIntyre went to go and try and slap some shit into Ziggler, like, this is what you are now, this is what you are, this, that, and the other. And then next thing you know, Ziggler boom, took McIntyre out and then walked out. So, yeah. Next up, we got six women tag match, and whew, man, thank God I doubled up on my heart pills for this day. Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox, and Mickie James, which, Santa, if you're listening, I'm not asking for much. Just one of those three under the tree wearing nothing but a candy cane. Going up against Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, and Bayley. A nice start, it was typical heels leading before the commercial break, and afterwards it was, you could pick up where it was going to go from there. Amber was the punching bag, Sasha got the hot tagging, cleaned up. Match came to an end with Sasha tagging in Bayley, did a backstabber, then a Bayley to belly on Dana Brooke, 1-2-3, that was it. And I don't know, it just kind of feels like that certain matches you could just kind of tell that it's going to lead into that because of who's leading before the commercial break anymore. It's a lot of the stuff seems a little too, and I'm not saying, I'm trying to think the right way to put this, like a little too well produced. Anyways, next matchup, we got Natayla going against Ronda Rousey for Ronda's women's title. Nice feeling out at the start of it. Nice grappling fest with it also, Really liked it. Natayla was leading after the break. Ronda started picking up. Thankfully, she didn't wind up doing her traditional hulking up thing, like she's been doing. Give Ronda a lot of shit, and some of it's deserved, some of it's probably not, but either way, she's done her work, she's doing her work. You're not going to get you're not going to get good overnight. The only way you're going to get better is having match after match after match after match after match. And that's honestly the only way it's going to happen. So, she's getting better, little by little. Yeah, match came to an end. Natayla, she had the sharpshooter in. Looked really good and convincing for a minute there. And then Ronda wound up reversing it. Got her into an armbar. Natayla, it tapped out. Just, the thing that pissed me off on this, and, not trying to steal lines from another person's show, but Eric Bischoff put this best. If you get a bad ending in a good match, it takes away from the whole match. Those may not have been, those aren't his words exactly, paraphrasing mind you, but it just, got in the armbar, and then just the second it was locked in, it was tap, 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 tap. And it was just, seriously? Hold out for like 2 or 3 seconds. Make it believable. Like, it's locked in. No, I can't. I mean, come on. So yeah, next matchup we got after that, it was a match I never thought I'd ever see. Heath Slater going against Jinder Mahal, and I hate when I see former bandmates fight each other. Always makes me so sad. Sorry, I promised myself I would cry. Okay, I'm good now. Former 3MBs going against each other, and sadly I did not hear one 3MB chant. I am highly disappointed in the crowd. So yeah, Jinder, he was pretty much leading right up until they showed Santa walking through the crowd, tossing out candy canes and such. And then just as Heath Slater was about to go Heath Slater was picking up some momentum, wound up getting a pin. Next thing you know, boom, Singh brothers came in. They proceeded to beat the snot out of Heath. The Singh brothers and Jinder started to, and then Santa hopped over the barricade, wound up looking over, boom, hit Samir, boom, hit Sunil, and then looked at Jinder. Wham! Hit him, and removes the beard and hat. It was me, Heath. It was me all along. It was Rhino, really. And yeah, it was Rhino. Not much of a surprise, really, given if you saw Santa coming through the crowd, honest to God, you would have known right away because, excuse me, because of the body frame. But yeah, it's good to see Rhino back. So now it leads us to our main event of the night. Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin. My first takeaway from this match is, now that Baron's not in any type of authoritative figure, why the fuck is he dressed in a suit still? I mean, it's not like I want to see that potato-looking chest of his or his really ugly chest tattoo, but, why are you still having him in a suit? So, yeah. Seth, right at the start of the match, boom, right on fire, running white hot right away. Throws out shots, tosses him out the ring, boom, hits him with the suicide dive, picks up, Corbin winds up bleeding after the commercial break. Yep. Seth, he picks up the momentum. Match winds up coming to an end, though. Seth winds up getting him, kicked to the jaw, and then curb stomping. Every time Seth does a curb stomp, I can't help but laugh at Wrestling News Source, because their one editor wound up putting it out there on Twitter saying he was told by multiple sources the curb stomp is going to be banned again. And then Seth shut him down, and then the following week after that he did the curb stomp again. This is why I hate Wrestling News Source. If there was ever a dirt sheet site to make fun of, and trust me, there are plenty of dirt sheet sites and accounts on Twitter to make fun of and joke at. Wrestling News Source is one of them. So yeah, that was it for this week's show. Wasn't that good, wasn't that bad, all in all. If I was going to give it a 1 to 10, 4.5, 5 at the most. Yeah, I would say 5 because I'm being nice and I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, and it's the Christmas season. And I'm trying to be halfway decently nice, damn it. So yeah, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holidays you choose to celebrate. Just peace, love, hugs, spend time with family. Tell them you love them if you do. So that is it for this week's show. So do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you let me on my Twitter at Tim Vicious. Do also have another account for get put in Twitter jail, Tim_Vicious. And also on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. If you're gonna look for me on my Facebook gimmick, make sure you let me know you found me on there from here. Or my Twitter at Tim Vicious. I don't think you got your creep John going. Also leave any interesting complaints, thoughts, concerns, comments, complaints, grunts, and groans down below. Also, folks, do not forget to follow all of these cool ass cats right here on the Twitter Black Somali, and Kenny Killer. My good brother, I am Danny Sunday, DSP _IV, Frankie Grandpa, Dazzy MWP. Big thanks to my executive producer, Oliver Ben, who gave us the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check us out there on iTunes, Spotify, and such details are down below. Also, if you want one of these Sweet Ollie Rewind shirts, makes a great after Christmas gift for somebody. Hit me up, I'll talk to Ollie for you. Show that man some love and support. He does a lot for this show. Really would mean a lot for both of us. And folks, like I always take out, you love me, great to make me.
In charge. Discrimination is Armageddon.